Hello, everybody. Long time no see. Yeah, we're back. I'm here with Mims as a per usual. Say
Oh,
hello, Mims.
you sound so fucking disappointed when you introduce me. God damn.
Nah, but we
Damn,
do.
it's just plain old fucking Mims.
It's just Mims, and then we got our first guest ever on the pod. My boy,
Honor.
Jack.
An absolute honor.
At I'm that cuh on Twitter. If you'd like to plug your socials, Jack is actually my first friend ever, which is kind of crazy.
Real OG.
Yeah,
First
true OG. Preschool homie. And we stayed in touch all these years, and Jack's got some good things to say about the old pigskin, the old leather ball. And
got a couple hot takes.
Yeah, he's got some things to say. He's got some things to say. So we brought him on. He's a Steelers fan. He's a Pittsburgh fandom, Virginia Tech. If I'm missing anything, Jack, you let me know. If there's anything else the people need to know.
Steelers, Virginia Tech football. Those are my teams. Will be forever.
Awful.
No,
it's absolutely terrible.
It's a winning life. It is a winning life.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay.
At least on the Virginia Tech side says completely otherwise.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech's poverty. We'll be back. Just give us a couple of years. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll get
Michael
back.
Vick Jr. will walk through those doors eventually.
Yeah. All right. So, couple of housekeeping things I guess we should touch up on. We haven't recorded in God knows how long. We've been slacking like no other.
Been over a month. Well,
yeah.
We don't work and then the holidays, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was dealing with some car troubles. There's just a lot of issues. And I'm here as always with my friend. But yeah, I don't know what just happened. Sorry. But yeah, so RIP Betty White and Bob Saget, the father, Danny Tanner on Full House. Betty White was 99. She lived a good one. But Bob was only 65, man. That shit was just really out of nowhere.
See, it for me, that's super weird. That's younger than my dad. You know what I'm saying? So that's what?
Yeah, dude. 60. Yeah, and dude, he's literally touring for a stand-up special he has. It was just totally unforeseen, I guess you could say.
We don't know the cause of death, correct?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think
there was no drug use, but literally he posted a selfie on of himself on stage 18 hours before he got released. He was dead. So this was real, out of the random.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I say I know I can only speak for myself. I watched Full House a lot growing up. That. I mean,
it was the only thing on at 3 a.m. So I feel like we all did.
Yeah, Nick at Night, man. They always spun that shit.
Hell yeah, they would run it for 6 hours. And then they finally got the rights to Friends, and they were like, "We're switching it up."
Yeah.
So everybody stopped watching Nick at Night.
Yeah, and I know he also hosted some game shows on GSN and shit. So one way or another, Bob Saget more than likely resonated with you in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? So
he was America's dad.
Truly was. It's just terrible. So we wanted to give our proper condolences to Bob and Miss Betty White. RIP. But from there, it is quite literally the night of the national championship game, college football. It's already happened. Georgia did it, boys. What
they did it.
You're fucking right, they did it. I want to get a few things off my fucking chest real quick.
Take the floor.
I said that it was going to be Georgia and Oklahoma, in fairness. We'll ignore that. I said Georgia and Oklahoma for the national championship because I thought Alabama was overrated. I thought it was a fluke in the SEC championship. They played the most perfect game of their life. And tonight, Kirby Smart exercised the fucking demons, pretty much, I'm gonna be honest, in the fourth quarter, and Saban said it when he was talking to Kirby Smart when they like met at midfield after the game, they kicked their ass in the fourth quarter. Like they fucking finally started running the ball, dominating the line of scrimmage, and well, that's the thing. They out-Bama'd Bama, and I think that's the first team to ever do that, like ever. Like when Clemson beat them, they did it. Like, I mean, granted, they did a good job, like getting in the trenches and all that, but they weren't like just grinding you out, like just pounding you, like it seemed like Georgia was doing in the fourth quarter, like wearing them out. It was just like vintage old school SEC football.
That was shaping out to be like a terrible, like boring defense natty. And then that fourth quarter was just electric, bro. they just turned it on.
That was great.
Well, see, y'all, like I love the low scoring battles. I love Pads was popping tonight. I'll put it that way. It was a great game.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I actually didn't mind the change of pace of a slow, like gritty game because I feel like the college games recently have just been shootouts, and that's entertainment. But I don't know. I wanted a good change of pace. It felt like it had that NFL game feel.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, that's what you get when you get two teams like this.
I mean, they basically are two NFL G League teams. So like,
I don't know. Speaking on Jack's point, I don't know. I like the shootouts, man. Like
I do like
that's
shootouts.
That's what I come to college football for. But like Mim said though, like pads were popping. I said it was shaping out to be a boring game, but like if you are a football fan, it actually was like a really fucking.
It was intense.
Game. Yeah, like you like
the block kicks. It had it all.
Yeah, like there was everything. The only thing we were really missing was a safety.
Oh yeah, that would have brought it from an A game to an A+ game easily.
Yeah, but I feel like it was really important that Georgia lost the SEC championship in order to win that game.
No, because if Georgia wins that game, Bama doesn't make it in. Period.
Well, I guess. So who would be who would slide up in that case? Ohio State?
Notre Dame was 5, were they not?
Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Notre Dame, huh?
Not that I'm saying Notre Dame was better than Alabama by any stretch of the imagination.
No, this was the right natty. Like,
those were by far the two best teams in the country.
Sure.
Yeah,
100%. Michigan
I thought
and Cincinnati,
Ohio State maybe or like a couple of weeks ago, but like before the Michigan loss. But nah, those were clearly the two best teams in the country.
Agreed.
It was nice. It was kind of cool to see Georgia redeem themselves. Like, Kirby Smart was acting like a child on the field.
Could not stop smiling, bro.
He was running everywhere. Like it was awesome, dude. Like I'm happy for the Georgia fan base, man. Like
they're gonna be barking. They're gonna be barking.
It's been like 40 years. That's why people were so sour. Like Florida fans need to get a grip. I don't know what Georgia has done to piss y'all off so that I get that y'all's rival, but like I don't understand. Like the entire country unites against Alabama. Like, but if Georgia's involved, y'all are like, fuck it.
Yeah,
we hate Georgia. Georgia hasn't won a goddamn meaningful thing in 40 years till tonight. What's the beef?
I can respect that though, because like
it's just SEC.
Yeah, like I come from a fan base where it's like, oh, SEC East, yeah, we want that. Like, no, we should be pulling against them. Like, we should be there. But no, that's not our standard. No, but yeah, I can kind of respect that out of Florida. But at the same time, I do like, what's the beef?
Like, how can you not unite against Alabama? Like, they won like what 6 since 2009. Like, that's 13 years.
Yeah,
in 13 seasons, they won half the goddamn national championships we've witnessed and been in more.
We're tired of it.
Yeah, like I'm over it. I was telling Grant earlier today, I was like, for my mental health, I need Georgia to win this fucking game. And they pulled it out. They were finally able to get a run game going. Stetson Bennett took care of the ball minus that bogus fucking fumble. And Bryce Young looked not like he did in the first game. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that fumble or incomplete pass, in my opinion.
That was awesome, dude.
What did you guys think of that?
I thought it was grounding.
Georgia got uber fucked in that situation.
Oh, hell yeah.
And when that happened, I could have sold my soul on Alabama's winning this game.
Yeah.
Like I was so certain. But
it seemed like the script for a little.
To me, it looked like he got the motion off, if that makes any sense. Like it looked like he was making that throwing motion, but at the same time, like the ball like rolled out of his hand somehow. Like it was just
it looked like a big 5-star lineman mauling a 5'9" walk-on quarterback.
But as far as like what the call should be on the field, like the
incomplete pass.
I agree, but at the same time, like once that is called Alabama ball and you go over it, it's like, is there really anything there to overturn that?
The call in the field mattered so much there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the initial, if the initial call in the field was reversed, then I think it would have stood that way as well, if that makes any sense. Like it was just a hard play to reverse on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, I can see where you would say that, but I disagree because I think that, I mean, I don't know. I think he clearly threw the ball forward, but that's because I'm slightly biased. And as you know, I would push the state of Alabama off into the sea if I could. So
it was
clearly
super
I'm a little
close.
skewed on my opinion.
That was.
It was very close.
And the fact that he gathered the ball up with the 1 foot, like just barely in time, but that was insane.
He did not know that was a fumble.
He
He thought he was just catching the ball.
Yeah, no,
it fell in his hand.
If Alabama wins, that's the play of the game, and we never. Sure. Yeah,
Georgia fans would be crying about that like forever.
Yeah, no, I shit you not. I was literally
that might be more funny than like if Bama won. If they bitch about that for like the next 40 years.
Yeah. But they need to, Bama fans have nothing. Are Bama fans even real people? I genuinely don't know if they're real people. Like, do they actually, like, at some point, do Bama fans just ever think maybe we should lose for a change? That'd be fun. Or do they just, I don't know. I think
they're a devolved form of human. I think they're just like slower and just like less intelligent than the average human.
They definitely exist, but like it would be kind of funny if just like all of the brand of Alabama is just a bunch of bots.
Like awesome. Alabama Twitter is just programmed to just like fucking
give an evil empire.
5-star recruits.
Elon Musk created Alabama.
They're evil.
Fucking believe it.
They are evil. That's like
ties with Zuckerberg somehow, some way.
Some way. I heard that. I heard Nick Saban was chilling with Epstein before he kicked the bucket, man. I don't know.
Is that factual, or are you just spewing bullshit?
I'm sure Mims is willing to push that agenda.
Show me the flight check.
I just need minimal evidence.
Yeah, I was about to say, literally, like, if you can show me a picture of Jeffrey Epstein wearing like an Alabama like bracelet,
there's the connection right there. That's enough.
Yeah, I can make it work.
He's wearing a light hue of crimson.
Yeah, I was about to say, if he's wearing like red socks, like I'm on his ass. I'm on your ass, Nick Saban. Worse than Kirby is. Believe it, bub.
The exclusive podcast is going under investigation.
Nick Saban and his foul deeds.
We're on to you, pal. We know what you did.
Abducting young Louisiana high school athletes and taking them to Tuscaloosa.
You wish that was the case. How'd he get Eli Riggs?
I just told you, Ghislaine Maxwell. The evidence points to it.
We figured it out, damn it.
Eli Riggs has been sedated. That's all it is. I need to stop before I get fucking canceled by all 12 of our listeners.
All right.
No, we're the exclusive podcast is uncancelable, incancelable. You cannot cancel it.
Don't challenge me.
Those are Jack's words, not our words. We do not live our life with that mindset. But I don't even think we've talked about any of the other bowl games. Have we?
Matt Corral sprained his ankle against Baylor, and Baylor blew their doors off. LSU played with a wide receiver at quarterback. Shane Beamer drowned himself in mayo.
Rose Bowl was
And
great.
The Rose Bowl was electric.
Didn't get to watch that, sadly.
The SEC sucked in bowl season. That was pretty funny.
We were average.
That was funny.
We kind of
They went 1-5. No, 2-5 because South Carolina won, and then it was Arkansas won.
Arkansas, Kentucky won.
Kentucky didn't win.
Kentucky.
Yes, they did.
Did Kentucky win? Okay, so they went 3-5.
They beat Iowa, correct?
Yeah.
And Tennessee arguably should have won as well.
Yeah,
but
but
they kind of got
City Bowl was
fucked.
Crazy.
They
Yeah,
very
they
much did.
Yeah, no, that game was nuts though. That was probably like the best game. I mean, I'd say that was the best game.
No, tonight was probably definitely the best game.
Well, only because it was the national championship though. Like that
was a heavyweight fight. That was by far, like, in my opinion, that's the best game I've seen all year.
I guess you're right. It was a really good game. It was a great way to end the season. And then one thing Mims did miss was Florida got dethroned as the number one school in the state by UCF.
They haven't been that.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, the state of Florida is just in shambles, bro.
They should fucking, I don't know, don't be a football state no more. Like, try basketball or something. Like, it's clearly not working out.
Like, they do have the Bucks, but I feel like I don't know if it's just me. I just feel like Antonio Brown just fucked their chemistry so much because he just kind of made Bruce Arians look like an asshole. He did not handle that situation very well, if you ask me.
I think it was beautiful.
I think
Antonio Brown is. There's no words to describe Antonio Brown. I watched him on the Nelk podcast. That was one of the craziest things I think I've ever watched. That was crazy. I did not know he was that messed up in the head. He's not.
One day we're gonna return to that footage as okay, let's look for signs of what to look for.
Copious amounts of CTE.
Dude.
Just unheard. Vontaze Burfict, that's all you, bub. Fucking.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Knocked so many screws loose, bro. That's
awful, but the concept of Vontaze Burfict just ripping everyone's head off. How didn't the league stop this guy? He's out of the league.
They were worried if they called him in for a meeting, he would just sprint through the door and fucking deck them and then just stomp on their
head. Him and Pac-Man Jones being on the same team is as dangerous as the Bounty Gate Saints.
I think it's more dangerous because you don't even have to pay them money to hurt people.
Yeah. That's their intention all along.
Yeah, I was about to say there's no motive for them to do what they do. We pay people. No.
Just
absolute menacide.
Just killed AB. AB was lifeless.
Yeah,
not funny.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but it's so funny.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
Dude, they're seriously, if you haven't watched the Nelk Antonio Brown podcast, watch as much of it as you can. But I'm not gonna suggest you put yourself through that entire podcast.
I watched an hour. I'm not gonna lie, it was bad.
No,
it was really bad.
I threw it on when I was about to go to sleep, and it was just hard to look away from. You know what I'm saying? It's just outrageous. It was just so uncomfortable, bro. It was
every question they gave him, he turned it on them and he got insulted. He did you guys notice? He said, this is the problem. So Bob made an analogy of working at AB made an analogy of working at McDonald's. Then Bob made a joke, that one other guy.
Yeah.
And then AB was this is the problem. See, this is the problem with the world. And the whole time, AB was preaching, people don't understand what I'm trying to say, but the whole time he misunderstood every question that was asked to him.
Yeah, it was irony at its
finest. All over the place.
It was difficult to watch and keep up with. Like Jack's saying, he was so sporadic.
It was bad. It was bad.
I think him and Kanye are just the same person.
Oh, speaking of that, I don't think I've talked to either one of you about this.
No, AB and Kanye are yeah.
They're about to link up, bro. That is an all-time link up.
They're making a track. They're hopping on.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
is
is
that a
about to
fact?
be like
Yeah,
one
dude, no, it like Jack, literally, it came out like Kanye
I
invited
actually didn't know
AB.
that.
Yes,
What the hell?
like
What
this
the hell?
hours ago,
That's gonna
though.
be great. That's gonna be fantastic.
Like,
It's gonna
I'm
be
all
some of
for
the
it.
worst bars on one of the best produced tracks we've ever heard in our life. It's gonna have a great beat and just like a bunch of just brain damage filled bars.
Pit not the palace.
Pit not the
Kumbaya.
palace.
Yeah, it's gonna be called Kumbaya or Kumbaya.
Right now, this is the
It's gonna be
Kumbaya. What
called
we're doing right now,
Kumbaya
this is the
Yeezy.
Kumbaya.
We're
It's
doing
gonna
it.
be called Kumbaya Yeezy, and they're gonna it's gonna be a banger. It'll be great. We can all look forward
What's
to it.
crazy to me is that there's people on social media like trying to like compare Antonio Brown to like Chad Ochocinco and Terrell Owens. Like they were on the same level of dysfunction as Antonio Brown is right now. Like that's just terrible to me.
That's inaccurate.
Yeah, no, terrible. Like there's no comparison. Like what we're seeing from Antonio Brown.
We haven't seen anyone this bad ever. This
Like,
bad. He's throwing furniture off the balcony. Like the list is so long. I'm sure like you guys have forgotten some of the shit he did just because he's done so much shit.
So much shit. It's never ending, dude. And like honestly, for a minute there during this season, I was like, bro, AB is finally got his shit together. Like he's chilled out.
It did look like
like
it.
maybe
It
like
really
2
did.
weeks before he quit. I was like, dude, maybe he's just back. Nah.
Yeah, like he was hooping too. That's the
He
other
was.
thing.
He
It's
was
sad,
against
man.
the Jets, like before he threw a temper tantrum. He was going crazy. He's
On
still
his
not
bum ankle.
washed. That's what makes it more sad. He's not washed and he still wants to play. But
No,
he's
quite literally one of the more gifted athletes like that we have right now in the NFL.
Ever.
Yeah.
He could be, back to my point about Bama fans not being real, AB is not real. He was sent by another planet, like just of how good he is and just how messed up he is in the head. I don't think he's real.
Too.
AB is an NPC.
Like
he's an NPC.
The fact that he might, I'm not saying he will, but he might get another chance. The fact that that's even a question is insane. That just speaks volumes to how good he is at football.
I'm just saying Josh Gordon got a shot.
But all he was doing was smoking weed. He wasn't like causing
He got
scenes.
banned from the literal NFL
for smoking weed.
He still got banned from the NFL. Like, what do you mean? Like, banned by the NFL?
The reason they won't is because like he say what you will about the guy, he gets clicks.
Antonio Brown, if you think about it, could be like a top 5 receiver of all time. Like he's 25th in yards and he punted like 3 seasons.
I think he is.
In terms of talent, I think he is.
Talent. Yeah. I think he's closer to top 10 territory than he is top 25.
Oh,
sure. I like it. That's where he is in yards, like at top 25 in total receiving yards throughout his career, like all time.
And he's missed so much time
for
no reason.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted as fuck.
Short.
Like he could easily, like at minimum, have racked up like another like 2K yards. Probably put him in like the top 15 range right now, like coasting to a top, like easily top 10 in receiving yards if he just wasn't batshit insane.
Such an interesting guy.
So that's a poetic way of putting it.
Who y'all got, AB or Logan Paul?
Logan Paul.
In a fight? Yeah, Logan Paul.
It's gonna happen.
I'd love to see it.
Dude, if we saw Antonio Brown get slept again, bro, like that's criminal.
Oh no. The government should step in. The state athletic commission should step in for that one. And
this man is not mentally able to fight.
Yeah, no one should allow him to take any more brain damage than he's
had.
Like he would not clear a doctor's waiver to get through that fucking fight. There's no chance. And if they do, that doctor needs to be banned.
It's so funny because in like 4 months, we'll get a notification that some random ass team signed him. Like, why?
It's going to be the Saints. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be the Saints.
See it.
With Michael Thomas just being an absolute.
Oh my God.
We're just going to be like, listen, can you like just come catch the ball for Jameis Winston? Like, Jameis is a cool guy. Like,
yeah.
You like crab legs? Jameis likes crab legs. Like, it'll be fun.
That would be a big meme team for sure.
I would be very happy.
AB back to the Raiders.
That'd be crazy.
It was just John Gruden. Just fucking infuriating him the whole time.
All right. I think it's time to talk some NFL.
Do you really know?
Yeah, I think it's time. Before we jump into the wild card, I have a question for Jack regarding the Steelers' future.
Yes.
Who would you like to see at quarterback next season?
Realistically or unrealistically?
Realistically. Well, both. Give us your realistic one first and tell us unrealistic.
Aaron Rodgers, unrealistic. Possibly Kenny Pickett, realistic. How high is Kenny Pickett going to go?
I really saw him around I saw him around 18 mocked like earlier today.
I've seen
8 or 18.
I've seen him
18.
first quarterback mocked off.
No, I've seen who was it? Or was it? No, it might have been 8 actually. You're right.
Okay.
I woke up very early today. It's been a long day. But
yeah, he's definitely going to be one of the first quarterbacks off the board.
I think he was mocked to, was it the Broncos? Is that what I saw? Don't they have like around there?
How do you feel? How do you feel about Russell?
I don't know how I feel about Russ. I feel like he's definitely on a little bit of a decline, but I still wouldn't be mad as him as our QB because I feel like we've won a lot of games with him.
I mean,
he'd be the best quarterback play y'all had in 5 years.
For sure. 100%.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, any of these names we're throwing out is honestly an upgrade over what you've had.
Well, maybe
100%. I'm just a little worried, like, that he might be on the decline, like, sooner than other QBs because he's a quarterback who relies on athleticism more than others do.
Well, that and he's ran for his goddamn life for like his entire career because the Seahawks have not
built
an offensive line for him.
Does Rodgers end up in Denver? Does he leave? Like, does he retire? Like, I have questions.
I think he's done. I think he's really done. Like, he seems so disinterested. Like, just the fact he's even like, yeah, I don't know. Like, he just seems bored with football.
I think he keeps going.
He's playing like maybe the best ball of his career.
No, he's so good. Like, he ages like fine wine almost. Like, he just keeps
he's great
hooping, dude. I just want I want to step into the mind of Aaron Rodgers, and I want to know, like, one, where he would like to go, and two, why he would want to go there. Because, like, I've been here in Denver. I don't really get that much, honestly. Like, why?
It just seems natural because they have like a good team they could build around him, and Denver has been a retirement home for other QBs. So
I was about to say they've just shown they could do it with Peyton.
Like, who's to say?
I could see him in a Broncos jersey. I don't know.
I could see him a lot of places. This kind of like where I'm like in a box over here. Like, I don't know where to expect to see him. I don't even know if he'll leave. That's the thing. We
don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
We have no read on him.
Yeah, that's just something that I'm excited to see pan out.
My too early prediction is if they win the Super Bowl, I think he re-signs with the Packers for like maybe 2 more years. If they don't win the Super Bowl, I think he's gone. Or hell, I think there's a small chance he retires. But I think he's still not washed that he'll want to continue to play.
I mean, there's money on the table, dude. I'm sure that's not an issue for him, Mr. State Farm and Jeopardy, but yeah.
They're trying to think of teams that like he could possibly end up at.
Is Miami looking for a
Miami realistic?
Do they have cap? Because like they're gonna have he's gonna want to get paid wherever he goes.
I don't know.
I feel like they don't have cap space. I can't believe. Does anyone understand why they fired Brian Flores?
No. Horrible. He won 9 or 8 games this season with Tua as his starting quarterback. That is an achievement in itself.
Not even. I mean, he's starting quarterback for half the year.
Yeah,
that was the best quarterback he had.
I don't know.
Which is an achievement.
Yeah.
No, that's criminal. He'll obviously get a job. Like, he'll probably be the first hire. Yeah, literally. Like, and if he's not, that's ridiculous. And I'm gonna start asking some questions about.
I don't know what they're thinking over there in Miami. Like, I feel like we could do their job better than them. This is terrible. I don't see this working out for the better. I really don't.
I mean, just with the run they ended the season on, you would think that mindset would just be run it back. Exactly. Like, just run it back. Yeah.
Yep.
With a healthy two of the whole
quarterback.
way.
I think they finally have their picks again this year.
And they're in a tough-ass division, dude. Like, it's not like they're in the AFC South. Is that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Texans, Titans, all of them, yeah.
Yeah, no. Dude, like, I don't get it. I think that's terrible. But as I said to Mims earlier, I'm not mad that he's out of my division, so that's cool.
Where do you guys think he'll go? Chicago?
Dude.
I said that earlier. I was like, he could be a problem up there. What jobs are going to be open?
Giants keeping
the Giants are keeping Joe Judge.
Oh my God.
That's what I saw today. I don't know if it was true or not.
Oh my goodness. That's bad.
Got hired as a special teams coordinator, dude. No history of being a head coach. Like, he's just the Giants are hilarious.
They're QB sneak on their own end zone.
Speaking
great.
That was the ultimate of like, please God, just end this season already.
Can the Bears make a head coach hire before they have a GM?
I mean, I don't know if they have to, but like, it would definitely be beneficial because you don't want a GM and a coach that have differing philosophies. You know what I'm saying?
Brian Flores is definitely the hottest name on the market right now. I don't even think that's a question.
I think him or Bieniemy.
I mean, Bieniemy arguably won last season too, and he still didn't get a job.
Yeah, but like, is that to fault of his own?
No.
Exactly.
I don't know, dude. It'll be interesting to see. But let's talk some wild card football, shall we?
Let's get into it.
All right. So we'll start with, I guess we'll just go down, starting Saturday at 4:30. We'll just keep going from there. The Bengals won their division.
Damn right they did.
What do you think about that, Mims?
Joe Burrow's the next fucking Tom Brady, and y'all better get used to it. Like, what did I tell y'all from day one? I said trade the house for Joe Burrow.
We know he's good at football. We know.
It's gonna keep being said. Listen. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, can't go wrong. They're going to the Super Bowl. Who are they even fucking playing?
The Raiders.
The Raiders, yeah, they already kicked the shit out of them earlier this year, like pretty handily in Vegas. That just seems pretty.
What's the spread?
It's like 4, or is it 6?
No, it's 6.
Interesting. The Bengals haven't won a playoff game in like 40 years. I think they finally get it done.
I say Joe Burrow's never lost a playoff game. Counterpoint.
Is this a different Bengals? We will find out. I think they can handle the Raiders.
The Bengals look good, dude. It's gonna be hard to bet against them. They're the most recent team to beat the Chiefs, and I mean, late in the season, that's a pretty impressive dub.
Oh, hell yeah.
I honestly, up until that happened, I hadn't really been taking Cincinnati terribly seriously. I think they still have holes to fill on defense and probably some on the O-line as well.
Absolutely on the O-line.
Yeah. So, I mean, but they're red hot, dude. It's going to be hard to pick against them. I definitely think they get their first dub here. So, it sounds like we all agree. We're all betting on Joey B to get the job done.
I mean, one team has their head coach locked in for next year. The other one has an interim. That's a pretty solid bet in a playoff situation. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that goes without saying. The Raiders have been playing really good football late as well.
Hell yeah. I mean,
the Raiders do have Hunter Renfrow. I don't think the Bengals have that guy.
You're right.
True. This is true.
Hunter Renfrow, greater sign, Jamar Chase.
All right,
Could be a
so
good one.
yeah, it will be. I'm excited for all of these games. They're all really good in my eyes. Jumping
Super wild
to
card weekend.
8:00 Saturday night. We got the Bills hosting my Patriots. Round fucking 3. We get to see who's the better team this season once and for a fucking all. This is the AFC East championship game. In case y'all didn't know.
So it's split one apiece.
Yes, sir, it is.
This is it.
And the funny thing is, we beat them at home. They beat us at home, and they're hosting us.
Interesting.
I'm gonna talk for a little bit, if I may.
Go for it.
We looked like shit against the Dolphins. I don't know if that's because we weren't playing with urgency because we clinched already going into that game. But we didn't look good. Our defense has looked really sloppy as of late. I mean, not against Jacksonville, obviously, but I mean, you let the Bills put up 33 on you at home, and then Jonathan Taylor crams it down your throat, 27 right there. It's not good. And 33 to Miami. We need to get that shit together, man. If we want to fucking make a little run here. Mac Jones hasn't.
Sorry, continue.
I was just gonna say Mac Jones hasn't been playing bad necessarily, but he has been making the wrong throw at times. It's not costing us games, but it's like we could be in much better positions to win these games if there's just times where it's like 2nd and 7 and Jacoby Myers is open down the field and he's checking down to our tight end. And it's like, okay, if you make that throw, we're still driving, but now it's 3rd and 7. We just ran the ball up the middle because Josh McDaniels has been smoking crack lately and we're punting. So it's just like 2nd down, we got to get better for sure. Cause we've had too many 4-and-outs lately, dude. Like it's been a problem. We've been having a hard time moving the ball up the field and it's really annoying.
See, I was about to say, I feel like y'all need y'all don't have a playmaker like on the outside. Like Myers is great, but y'all just, I don't know.
I don't even know who our wide receiver 1 is.
That's what I'm saying.
Like good players.
Yeah, y'all have like good football players, but y'all just don't have someone that
we needed an elite. I agree. We needed an elite
someone you
talent.
can't just be like, yeah, someone that you, like you said, like, or like really commentators say all the time, you think players, not plays. Like y'all need a player that y'all can think of on like a 3rd and 6, like a crucial. You know what I'm saying?
It's just tough to find especially like a guy who fits our mold. You know what I'm saying? It can like, because we don't really play with star. Like we play with 2 tight ends, sometimes 3 tight ends on the field at one time. Like it's just not really an offense set up for a superstar to come in and thrive as they would want to. But
I mean, Randy Moss did it, and y'all went fucking 16-0. So.
But this is a different offense, dude. Like, yeah, and also, like, who else was Tom supposed to fucking throw to? Like, we have Baby Jules and Wes. Like, no.
If y'all get Devontae Adams, I mean, that would be a pretty fucking obvious. I mean, who to throw to?
I could.
He's one of a kind, though.
I don't think. Do y'all think Devontae leaves?
If Aaron Rodgers leaves or retires, I don't see a reason for him to stay in Green Bay.
Yeah,
I mean, why lock yourself into a rookie quarterback there when you know you can? I mean, even though it is like almost the same situation in a way with Mac Jones and the Patriots, you have like a little bit more of a stable situation.
I mean,
you know who your quarterback is for a while. You got Bill Belichick,
and Mac Jones looks good too. Like, yeah. I don't know. I don't necessarily foresee us having enough attraction to get him to come play for us. But speaking on this game, enough about the Patriots. This game, it's a 4-point spread in favor of the Bills. I like I don't fucking know. What can you guys tell me what you think is going to happen? I don't know.
I don't know. This is I don't know. I if I had to pick, I'm leaning Bills, but I don't know.
And I get
honestly.
that. They're a more rounded team than we are.
I feel like the winner of this game is going to go far in the playoffs.
I agree. What do you think, Mims? Who do you like, and what are your thoughts?
I think this game, because I think in reality that the teams are pretty even, like we were saying earlier. That's why y'all are very torn. But I think this will come down to coaching, and it's really hard. If it's going to come down to that, to bet against a guy like Bill Belichick, especially with not inexperienced coach, but definitely does not have the years on him like old Billy B does. So I think I'm a rock Patriots there.
Best game of the weekend.
Yeah, foreseeably on paper for sure, and just like the fucking storylines kind of underneath it, with it being a division game and them splitting in the regular season.
Let's just say it's Monday right now, and I'm fucking stressing out. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to get very intoxicated to watch that game because I don't know if I can take it. If we go out there and play the same football we did the last time we played the Bills, we're fucked. And I'm gonna turn it off. And I can't. It's gonna hurt me. It's gonna put me in pain. I'm picking the Patriots for fucking obvious reasons. I don't know if we're gonna win. This is it. This is our season. We're either going to the AFC Championship game or this is it. Like Jack said, whoever winner is AFC Championship bound, in my opinion. Moving on. Enough about that. Sunday at 1:00, we got Tampa hosting Philly. And the line is set at 8.5 in favor of Tampa, obviously. Anybody want to touch on that?
I'm taking Eagles points.
I take Eagles win.
Wow.
Weird. Damn. That Bucks team just looks fucking not distraught. But
dude, their chemistry is
off. They're missing 2 of their 3 best playmakers. Leonard Fournette's not really that healthy. Like, maybe the players don't even like the coach. Now, granted, when Tom Brady goes on to win the fucking Super Bowl in about 2 months, I'm going to look stupid saying this. But as of right now, I mean, the Eagles look like, they just got their living shit beat out of them by the Cowboys. But, maybe they just sneak them. Just because fuck Tom Brady, and I wanted us to sneak him, and I hope the Eagles do it for us.
I think the Bucks will just handle them. I know I keep taking favorites, but I don't know. This reminds me, I know it's a different year for game completely. Do you guys remember when the Bucks played Washington last year in the playoffs? They just kind of handled them. Just a wow. It's just a Brady warm-up game. I think the Bucks handle them. Even though their team is in shambles, I think they get it done. Against the Eagles.
Do you want to know a fun fact about that Bucks Washington football game last year?
I would love to.
Washington football team covered.
Did they?
Yes, because
you're damn right they did.
They won Mason over here a lot of money that night.
They won me a lot of money too. And
spread?
It was literally around this number, dude. Like, that's why I'm hammering. I'm hammering the spread.
I'm taking Eagles.
I'm not taking them to win. I think, this is what I think happens. I think the Eagles keep it close, way closer than Tampa's comfortable with. And Tampa sneaks out of there with a dub because it's Tom Brady.
Classic Tom Brady fashion.
Yeah, exactly. And then I do see an early departure for Tampa this year, though. I don't see them.
They don't make it to a conference championship.
They're not going to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. I think this is. We'll get to my prediction later, but
yeah, let's not step on. Future
but
speakings.
I definitely foresee an early exit for Tampa, but not here. So all right. So Cowboys Niners.
Niners could pull that out of their ass.
This isn't contention for.
This, in my opinion, might be game of the week.
It could be.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here looking at this game and I have no idea. I have no idea, dude. Because Dallas has nothing for Deebo Samuel.
They have counterpoint, Dallas has no reason to lose this game either.
Exactly. Mike
San
McCarthy.
Fran's secondary's ass.
But like, has Dallas been playing good?
Not
I mean, they
recently,
just
but we've
50
seen
bombed Philly,
Yeah,
This
they
is very
did.
true.
They did.
but it's
just
Philly. I
bust
don't
them.
know. I think Dallas, when they play good teams, they just don't perform the same. And I think that's a narrative that'll continue. I see them getting bounced.
I mean, we say that, but in week 1 against the Bucks, I mean, they went straight up toe to toe with them, blow for blow, and they lost by 3. Now, granted, they lost, but the Niners are not the Buccaneers either.
If I was a Cowboys fan, I would be beyond frustrated because, like Mims is saying, like on paper, so good. This team should be like Super Bowl favorites. That
One of the best teams in Madden.
Oh yeah, and like it's dude, Mike McCarthy, bro. That's all I really need to say.
But he's better than what they had beforehand, in fairness. Like, Jason Garrett wasn't doing a whole lot better.
Brother, Mike McCarthy had prime Aaron Rodgers for so long and won one Super Bowl. That is criminal.
He's
also,
bad.
are we forgetting that Aaron Rodgers broke his collarbone for like 4 years straight?
Whatever, man. Don't give me that shit.
Only one ring. Still,
I can't.
This is on McCarthy. He's not a good coach.
I'm not saying he's a good coach, but
he lied to get that job.
Okay, but are you telling me that he's not good enough to beat Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers with the roster he has now?
I think he could. But he's worried. It's definitely worrisome, just a little.
I don't think they get our conference championship bound, but I think they can win this one for sure.
I like the Niners.
What's the spread?
I think Kyle Shanahan is gonna outcoach the hell out of Mike McCarthy. It's -3 in favor of Dallas.
Okay.
I think
that would be satisfying.
I mean, it is in Dallas. Like, that has a lot to do with that for sure.
I mean, that's what they're saying. Basically,
crazy.
If it's -3, they're saying it's a pick 'em because 3 points is the home point spread or the home team spread.
It's almost too close to call. I like kind of like Mims was saying with the Bills Patriots. If it comes down to coaching, I know who wins this game.
That's fair. I'm taking the Cowboys. I don't know. At home, I don't see them losing.
That's what I'm saying. In Jerry World, that place is going to be rocking.
Jack's on a run here with 4 favorites in a row.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's always one upset on Wild Card Weekend. I just don't know which one it's going to be.
That's why I just pulled the trigger on the Eagles. I was like,
God, I hope it's us. It's either going to be us or it's either going to be us or the Niners, dude. Unless
I say the Pats got the best chance.
I fucking hope so, dude. We can't start talking about that again. We can't.
We could have him having a panic attack in 20 minutes.
All right. Let's talk about your team, Jack.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll let you run with that. Let me spew out the facts. Chiefs hosting 12.5-point favorites. Go ahead.
This past Sunday has been one of the most crazy days as a Steelers fan. It was the whole week before this Sunday, we were talking about the crazy ass scenario where Jacksonville beats the Colts and then we got to hope they don't tie. It actually started to fucking unfold right before our eyes. I couldn't believe it. So by the time we got to overtime in the Chargers-Raiders game, I was like, it's destiny. It has to be a tie at this point. We wouldn't come this far for it not to be a tie. But that wasn't the script because it was always Big Ben. It was this whole time. The script was always to get Big Ben in the playoffs and send him off the right way. I think we're going to beat Kansas City in the cold. That's my big upset.
Oh, yes.
And then we go to Tennessee and we knock off the Titans. Going all the way. Derrick Henry comes back. He gets stuffed by TJ Watt. We're going all the way. Fuck it.
My eyebrows raised a little bit.
I love this game. I'll be realistic for a second. I love this game because there's a great chance we just die on national TV. It would catastrophe.
I think that's the proper send-off for Big Ben.
Yeah,
it's like a 59-0 victory on prime time.
Suplex
I
by
wanted Big
Chris
Ben.
Jones.
Maybe in reality, it was better if Big Ben was his last game on Sunday. Maybe that's what should have happened, and it's probably what should have happened. But in my opinion, I like seeing my players go out on their shield. You know what I mean? I want him going out swinging.
He's not a loser.
Just getting his teeth kicked in by Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see the passing of the torch. I want to know it's time for Big Ben.
Okay.
The passing of the Steelers quarterback torch. It's the best team in the league. It's Big Ben got 2 rings. It's a passing of the torch. Don't front. It's the passing of the torch.
You have me so hyped up for this game now.
I'm about to say I can't wait for Tyreek Hill to be so open downfield.
Twitter is gonna be crazy during that game. I'm so ready for it. I'm ready for the haters. I'm ready for it all. I'm all for it. At least I'm not a Browns or Ravens fan. That's all I gotta say.
It really could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. Big Ben could be your father. I'm glad I'm on his side. He could because if Big Ben was my team's father, I don't know how I'd continue. I'm just gonna be.
Yeah.
That shit is embarrassing.
Okay. I think
my prediction. I'm just gonna rock with the Steelers, so I'm rocking with them. That's my prediction. I just gotta ride with my team, so I hope you guys can respect that.
Dude,
we just got our shit kicked in by them like 2-3 weeks ago. Like, why would it be different? I don't know. Just because it's Big Ben's year, I'm rocking.
I mean, we just saw with Georgia and Bama, man.
Yeah.
True.
No, I think for 100% that Pittsburgh covers. I don't even think it's close. I think they cover.
13, right?
13 and a half.
Holy shit. They don't.
No. It's 12 and a half. It's 12 and a half. Yeah, no. Okay.
I'm just thinking Pittsburgh points just because.
Oh, fuck yeah. No, I think. What do you think, Mims? We haven't heard anything out of you.
Yeah, I'm
Chiefs
sorry.
Points and Tyreek Hill scores 4 touchdowns.
Mims is very high on the Chiefs.
Is Edwards-Helaire back?
Doesn't matter.
Our rush defense is so bad. I'm not saying he's the game changer, but I'm just thinking about our rush defense is so fucking bad.
I mean, from what I've seen with the Chiefs this year, other LSU running back, obviously. I mean, that just seems to work out well for me. Darrell Williams has been pretty fucking solid for them. Obviously, the better runner, in my opinion.
They're switchable. Yeah.
So I think they'll go. The run game will go without a hitch. It really just depends if they can get behind your secondary and Minka Fitzpatrick, which, like you alluded to a little earlier, a few weeks ago they did, and I don't see why that would be any different.
Patrick Mahomes sliced up our secondary without even using Kelsey or Tyreek Hill. I'll put it that way. So, yeah, he didn't even have to use his weapons. I don't know. We'll see though. Should be a good one. I don't know.
I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people fucking think.
Oh, don't give me this false hope.
Dude, I'm all over underdogs, especially this time of year. Like, no. All right. Last but not least, we have another good game. A good game to the public's eye, maybe. Not necessarily mine. We have the Rams hosting the Cardinals.
The Cardinals blow their doors off just because the Rams screwed us out of a fucking playoff chance, but my mind knows that the Rams are going to win this game.
I have been saying the Cardinals are frauds pretty much all season. They're like, Jack, I don't mean to shit on your team, but like when the Steelers were like 10-0 and everyone,
we knew.
They give me those vibes like hella. I think
Conor.
And I think this is like the worst matchup they could have possibly asked for in the playoffs. Like they're up and out of here. The Rams
I think they're done too.
Yeah, dude, the Rams have just like gone all in on this team, dude. OBJ, Von Miller, they're pushing. They want it. Like,
it's a one and done year. They're all in.
Oh hell yeah!
If they lose this game, it'd be such a meme. If they can't win If the Rams and the Steelers go out in the same round in the playoffs, that's just like, if you told me that 2 months, I'd say you're crazy. Like, there's a good chance of the Steelers and Rams going the same distance in the playoffs. It's crazy.
You would have been like, I
But
can't
I think
believe
the
we made
Rams
a
have
wild
it.
run of the AFC Championship.
No, I'm very, very much so on the train of Arizona is not a legitimate football team.
I don't think highly of the Rams anymore either, honestly. I think they're both not going to go that far.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams are streaky, but like at the end of the day, they have a better team.
And a better coach.
Yeah. They'll handle Arizona. Who would they play in the second round? Would they have to go to Lambeau or would they go to
It depends. In my fucking psycho scenario, the Eagles would play Green Bay and they would probably play the Cowboys.
Okay.
Let me get a bracket pulled up here. Okay, so Jack, in your world, Los Angeles would play
Dallas?
Yeah.
No, they would go to Lambeau because they're the 4 seed probably, right? And you picked all favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about who we think is going to win the Super Bowl. Who wants to start?
The Chiefs.
Care to elaborate?
Patrick Mahomes.
What you think, Jack?
The Packers, because of Aaron Rodgers.
I'm glad me and Jack think alike here. Just like, yeah, the best quarterback, I'll ride with that.
I'm rocking with that guy. I'm rocking with the best QB in the world. The GOAT.
The people's GOAT.
The people's GOAT. I think it's the last dance, like Michael Jordan. I think he gets it done. I don't know how.
The immunization year. I picked the Packers at the beginning of the year, and then I changed it to the Rams. I'm going back to the Packers. I actually put a future down on the Packers today.
Smart.
I just, dude, are they more than likely, unless they have a catastrophic fuck up, they will be in the NFC Championship game.
Something always happens.
There's no way they lose. There's no way they lose that shit again, right?
I think.
What evidence do we have to prove that they won't lose that again? The evidence.
Georgia figured it out. Fucking Green Bay can too, dude.
I think it's time.
Dude, me too. Like it's been time. Like they have
NFC's
Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, and Aaron Rodgers on one offense. Stop it.
I can't wait for the Eagles just to win the NFC again. The Gardner Minshew, because Jalen Hurts gets hurt somehow.
I'll go ballistic. I'm not a fan of Philly.
Why? It's because Big Dick Nick just took you for a ride.
What happened to you guys that season?
We got screwed.
Oh, yeah?
Is that the PI?
No, that was the fucking Minneapolis Miracle.
Yeah. Stephon Diggs.
Because we were so bound for a Super Bowl that, like, actually, that was Kamara's rookie year. Michael Thomas was eating. Fuck, we were so stacked. We still are stacked.
Diggs this year.
No.
Didn't Minnesota die in the next round?
Yeah, they got their doors blown off by Philly, who then went on.
That's hilarious.
Punk Tom Brady.
That's hilarious. Oh,
yeah, no, it was bullshit. I was very upset. That then the PI actually, like, I broke my finger because I jumped up because I was so angry and the ceilings in my house were low, so I like jammed the shit out of my ring finger on my ceiling. So the Rams have harmed me in multiple ways.
I was really frustrated because I was rooting for the Saints that year. I wanted Breeze to get one more, and that was bad. That was bad.
They made a whole rule for 1 year that you could fucking challenge PI calls just to like get us to shut the fuck up. Then they changed the rule like after a year. Yeah, hell yeah.
Crazy year.
Oh, absolutely. So we got for MVP here?
Tom Brady.
Rodgers.
Yeah, I think I'm rocking with Brady here.
I think
he's due, bro.
The Brady game against the Saints where he got shut out, that's what put the nail.
It doesn't count. It was against the Saints, bro.
What is that supposed to mean?
He can't win against the Saints.
That is true. We are his daddy.
it just might as well not count.
I don't know. It's just he had too many bad looks over the season. Like there weren't. I just think Rodgers had a better season. Honestly, I think Cooper Kupp should win it. That's who should win MVP. This is a QB award. This is bullshit. It should be Cooper Kupp. He had like one of the best seasons ever. And why isn't anyone talking about him for MVP? He should win MVP. He's the most valuable player in the league. How many games did the Rams win without Cooper Kupp? Like 4? Who's Stafford going to hit? Van Jefferson? Like, they had no running backs. Like, it's Cooper Kupp.
Well, that's one hell of a take.
I'm not, dude. I'm on the. Let's give Deebo Samuel some love. Deebo Samuel had a crazy year as well. He was like their entire offense. He has a worse quarterback than Cooper Kupp, and he still put up those numbers. And he was playing running back. Like what? He was doing it all.
He was doing it all.
He broke the record for most rushing touchdowns by a wide receiver in a season this year. Like, I think there's something to be said about a guy literally playing every position on offense.
Okay, I think Kupp and Deebo should be ahead of Rodgers and
co-MVPs.
MVP. Yeah.
Co-MVPs.
Co-MVPs.
Fuck the quarterbacks.
Co-runner-ups because Joe Burrow should be the MVP because he got the goddamn Bengals to the goddamn playoffs.
Okay.
That is a miracle. That's an achievement itself. That should be.
I'm all for saying fuck the quarterbacks because we need to show some love to some other guys, man.
Thank you.
I'm with you.
They just need to call it a QB award because that's what it is. If Cooper Kupp doesn't win it this year, that proves to me it's a QB award. And I'm not like, I don't know why.
Think he has more of a case over Jonathan Taylor?
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
What Derrick Henry did last season was more impressive than what Jonathan Taylor did this season. Am I wrong?
You're not.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but the counterpoint: if Derrick Henry didn't get hurt, would this be his MVP? Like,
yes,
up?
Yes.
No, I mean it's kind of hard to say no, dude. Like
he was throwing touchdowns. He was doing it all.
Deebo
hell yeah,
throwing touchdowns.
Yeah, but Derrick Henry was also throwing human beings while he was throwing touchdowns.
No, Derrick Henry is different. A running back who I would pay. Probably the only one. I hope he
comes back. Is he 100% or are they just shelving him out on the field just because it's the playoffs?
I mean, if they're the 1 seed, if he is even like maybe, I think you got to throw him out there, man.
You got to. He's a tank.
I don't know how the fuck the Titans are a 1 seed though.
They're such a fraud 1 seed. They're not. They win.
That might be the worst 1 seed in
frauds
recent
until
memory.
they get Derrick Henry, and then they're terrifying.
I don't know, dude.
I got the Chiefs.
We handedly beat the Titans.
Did they have Derrick Henry?
No, but I don't know how much. What I'm saying, I watched that game. I don't know how much Derrick Henry like changes in that game. Like they just don't play good.
A lot.
I guess you're right. I don't know.
Their replacements have been working. That's why it kind of.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, there is only one Derrick Henry. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he brings a whole, like, it's almost like, and this is a really weird analogy, but like, you know how Steph Curry has what I call like gravity on the court? Like, you have to gravitate towards him to guard him. Like, defenses have to be like like, you have to have at least 8 people in the box when Derrick Henry's on the fucking field. Like, because if he gets past the fucking second line, like, I don't know many people less than 210 pounds that are going to be able to bring that man down by their fucking selves. So with that being there, it makes AJ Brown better. Julio Jones, if he decides he wants to catch a touchdown, he gets better. I don't know who their tight end is, but they do throw their tight ends a little bit more. I'm blanking on his name right now, but whatever, doesn't matter. Just opens up their offense a whole lot more. Plus, he's goddamn Derrick Henry, which I keep alluding to, and that is a problem in itself. So if Derrick Henry's healthy, that's not good. Not good for a lot of people. What say you, Grant?
What's the question?
Derrick Henry fully healthy on this Titans team. Do you think they could at least make it to the Super Bowl?
No, I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Don't.
No, I don't. I think they're a fraudulent 1 seed.
Even with a fully healthy
I
Derrick
think they literally are holding the Chiefs 1 seed and like right now. I think that's not even a debate.
I don't disagree there, but to say they're not a team that could make the Super Bowl with Derrick Henry is wild.
Not with Ryan Tannehill, dude. Not with Ryan Tannehill. They have to get him out of there because they are.
I've seen Rex Grossman go to a Super Bowl, dude.
Ryan Tannehill is not taking no team to a Super Bowl.
I think the winner of Bills Pats could take the Titans.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. We handle them. Either one of us.
Without Derrick Henry.
Dude, our run game is valid. Like, I don't think
I'm not saying it's not, but what I'm saying is that Derrick Henry is
the Bills would have
the ultimate equalizer. I promise you that.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen him get neutralized though.
It's possible to stop the beast.
No, he's literally a specimen.
We're gonna miss him when he's gone.
So fuck yeah! Even if there is a guy who plays like Derrick Henry, like how do y'all realize how much he got ran at Alabama? Like the durability
in high school?
Yeah, the durability of Derrick Henry is like something to be like admired. Just something we will never see again, I don't think. He's like our Herschel Walker.
Easily, yeah. Go.
You guys want to hear something really exciting?
Yeah.
We're about a week and some change away from a monster fight. Francis Ngannou.
Are we?
Ariel Gane. The one we've all been waiting for.
Oh, man. We've been talking about it for years. It's finally fucking here. We knew it was going to happen, but we knew it. It was obvious. As soon as Gane joined the UFC, we knew it was going to happen. They were friends, all this and that. Backstories there. I'm so pumped for that fight. I don't know who's going to win. That's one of the more 50-50 fights I've seen in some time. They're both just so far ahead of everyone in their division.
Yeah, dude. It's like Georgia and Alabama in college football. It's like them and everyone else.
It is.
Like this is the first time I guess that's not true. When Francis took the belt from Stipe, after that, like he hasn't, I don't know. But here's the thing. Francis is having some contract troubles, you hear?
He is. Uncle Dana doesn't like him. He's pissed.
He doesn't like paying people. I think that's more.
Uncle Dana sucks. He's a horrible person. He fucking sucks.
No, he's the worst. He's the worst. I hate him.
He sucks. Pay Francis Ngannou more than $1 million for a single fight. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, pay the man.
Yeah, like, you mean to tell me you're not going to make it back?
That's what I'm saying.
It's maddening. And he deserves it.
I'm sure Cyril Gane's getting, like, $350K purse for this title fight, which is madness. To go into a fist fight with Francis fucking Ngannou.
You'd have to pay me more than that, dude.
Like compared to other sports, I know that sounds like a lot of money, but compared to other sports and what they're doing, like they should be getting paid the most.
Like when you take a look at like what the big names in boxing are getting paid in comparison to what they get paid, it's not fair. It's fucking not fair.
And we know UFC has that kind of money to pay their fighters. They just don't. It's awful.
It's sick. Like that's one thing I could get behind fucking Jake Paul doing. Through all this madness. That was some real shit that he did.
I was Team Jake during that. I kind of enjoyed Jake knocking out Woodley because Woodley's a clown. Just a side point. I hate both of those guys, but that was really funny.
No, Woodley's legacy is tarnished.
Yeah, he got lost in the cloud, and that's what you get.
Yeah.
He was doing bullshit. Now his legacy slandered forever.
Yeah, no, he will never be remembered for anything he did.
He's a meme.
Terrible. Terrible.
But I think Gane beats Francis if I had to pick.
Dude, what are the odds that what happens if Francis wins? You can't just let him walk away with the belt.
You gotta resign him.
Yeah, so
that's why I'm not against him winning too. That'd be fucking hilarious. You got her, and then he's locked into another 3-fight deal as champion or whatever it is. Dana wants Gone to win so bad.
I feel like he's going to just for that reason. Like, if it goes to decision, I know who's fucking winning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think it'll be a question. I think that Dana's already got them strings pulled. But
wouldn't be surprised.
Mims, are you still with us? No, Mims is having some technical difficulties. Apparently, we have lost Mims.
Mims is MIA.
Hello. There we go. Dude, I've been yelling into this mic for like fucking 5 minutes.
That's
and I was
funny
like,
as
damn,
shit.
I must be just saying. I was like, damn, I must be fucking just not speaking up. I was about to start yelling.
No, you've been away for a while now. But did you have anything to say about this fucking slobber knocker we're about to watch in a week and some days?
Yeah, Dana White's a fucking prick. You should pay his fighters. And I think fucking Francis Ngannou knocks Joe Gane's head clean into the stratosphere. Because he does that to everyone he fights, and I just don't see why that would stop him. Now, I'm not saying this won't be a great fight. These are two of the best fighters in the heavyweight division, period. But Francis is, like, in my opinion, the modern-day Mike Tyson.
Very welcome. First round, I'm guessing. You're saying first round knockout?
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is that with Francis, I don't care who you are, he just has to touch you. Now, Gane has similar power. Don't get me twisted, but I think Francis just knows at the end of the day, like, he's got the ultimate superpower. You know what I'm saying? He's like one punch man. You just gotta hit you
one
once.
punch man.
Yeah. He's like, I just gotta touch your face one time. Doesn't matter what I do it with, but if I can do it, you're going to sleep. I promise you are. Fucking Rosenstrike figured that out the hard way. He fucking just literally ran at him like a speeding.
Just went windmill mode.
His arms. Yeah. With the most ridiculous, just windmill, just glanced his chin.
That's one of my favorite fights in MMA history.
Oh, he's in the shadow realm and before he even hit the ground.
Love Rosenstrike. That's the homie. But he died that night.
Hell yeah, it was banking his head like a bobblehead as he's laying there, just like fucking unconscious.
I love the backstory of this fight too. They used to be teammates. Francis Ngannou rode a boat from Morocco to Spain, comes to France. He's homeless just to train. Meets Cyril Gane in France. They've been homies forever. You know what I mean? The backstory is just great. I think Francis is beefing with Cyril's coach because like something with money happened. I don't know, but it's a real awkward fight because they used to be friends. So that just makes it so much more interesting to me.
Are they not friends anymore?
Well, obviously, I mean, they have to punch each other in the face, so it's a little awkward.
Yeah, for sure.
They're also heavyweights, so they can kill each other. So
especially Francis. The stat that fucking I think all of us know, but to anyone who's not fucking educated on Francis Ngannou, his punch is the equivalent of a 12-pound sledgehammer getting swung downward by the average man. So I want you to go find a 12-pound brick and like just spike it in the ground as hard as you can, and Francis Ngannou probably hits harder than that.
I'm sure you would both be interested to hear the odds on this fight.
I would be interested in that.
They have Ngannou as a plus 100 favorite, and they have Gane at minus 120. So it's a slight lean in Gane, but
I'm not betting on that shit. I'm staying away.
No, I'm going to just watch it for all of its glory. That's not something you bet on. That's just something you just
take in. That's one of the best fights ever.
And I hate that, like, dude, how is the year going to get any better after this fight?
I don't know.
Matt Jones finally fights in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, right.
That guy sucks at fighting. He's done.
Does he have you blocked on social media or something?
Yeah, he didn't like. I didn't even say anything that bad to him. He got really upset. I actually don't have a bias against John Jones. I just think, like Francis or Cyril Gahn would beat him.
I don't think that's close.
No, John Jones could for sure come back to light heavyweight and be like one of the best in the world easily. But I don't think he does well at heavyweight. He would have done well at heavyweight 3 years ago when Stipe Miocic was the champ, but he waited too long.
Saying.
Now
agree.
he's got to deal with Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gahn.
Literal superhuman.
Yeah, it's just I will give Jones his respect if he beats Gahn and Francis. He is no doubt the goat, but it's gonna be hard.
I don't even think he steps in the octagon again, dude. Him and Dana hate each other.
I know.
And going back to fuck Uncle Dana, like, how do you keep a guy like John Jones who's gonna get you so many pay-per-view buys? Like, how do you let him walk like that?
Ego.
Because also John Jones is a walking train wreck. Like the PR nightmare, because first off, he was the face of the UFC for a while, and then got in a car wreck with a pregnant lady and did a bunch of cocaine and popped for steroids.
Classic.
Yeah, I was about to say, and it hasn't. I mean,
the AB of the UFC.
Yeah, like pretty much. Yeah, I mean, just kind of talks better, I guess. He tweets like a fucking coked up hooker, but he in interviews does better. But John Jones is one of the most talented athletes to walk through the UFC, and also one of the biggest fuck ups in pro sports.
Well,
I've heard no lies.
But
I like Jack.
Together,
yeah, like Jack was saying though, like I think he doesn't really have a place in heavyweight right now. I think if he is gonna come back, he just needs to stay his ass in light heavyweight and dominate. If he's capable of doing that anymore.
Can he even make 205 anymore?
That's what I'm saying. He's huge now. He's probably what? I mean, he walked around at 220, 230, when he was at light heavy. He had obviously cut weight, but
might be out of reach now.
250 now?
Yeah, I'm sure he's not worried about cutting weight at all anyway. I mean, I doubt he's watching his weight at all right now, which
I'm sure he's more concerned about his domestic issues that he's got going on.
Which he should be.
Yeah,
you get your shit together, John, for fucking real.
Yeah. I would love to see him fight again.
We miss him. In a weird way, we miss him. We want him back in there.
Yeah.
Not even for that. Just as a human being, get your shit together, dude.
Because dude, every time we think he's all right, he's gonna be good now because we haven't heard of him in 6 months, and then you get the notification, John Jones arrested with a mugshot, and you're just like, what the fuck?
It's he was just shooting guns in Albuquerque on the street. That's nice. What are you shooting at, John? In the air. What?
We miss him.
Yeah, love him or hate him. One of one talent.
Yep.
It also doesn't help that his brother popped for PEDs earlier this year.
Did he? I actually
Chandler
didn't see
Jones.
that.
Yeah, he did.
Damn.
You very much
coming off his best season ever. He went
That's hilarious.
Fucking bananas last year. Oh my god.
He was.
He had 5 sacks in week 2, and then week 5, they were like, "Oh yeah, Chandler Jones suspended for doing a lot of PEDs."
Runs in the family.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, John Jones is also 260 pounds,
hey,
juiced to the gills.
I don't want to hear no Arthur Jones slander.
I didn't say anything about Arthur Jones.
No.
He good.
I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think of Petr Yan versus Aljamain, Fake Master Sterling?
I can't wait. He's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him.
Las Vegas. Pete's upset and Pete's hungry. Dude, I think he's gonna eat. I think
that fight will be closer than it was the first time, but I don't pulls it out.
I think it'll be even worse.
Definite fashion. No, I think Aljo will finally be able to get a takedown and hold him there for at least one round. But I think Piotr just fucking sleeps his ass in round 3.
I think it's a 1-round fight, dude.
That'd be
That's
wild.
what I'm saying. I think Aljo just I think Aljo just fucking holds him on the ground for the first round, trying to tire him out.
He did the worst thing he could have done after he won that belt.
Piotr has better cardio. Oh, he handled the situation horribly. He still handles it horribly every day.
He just piling gasoline on a fire right now. Like,
well, to be fair, he's selling a lot of buys though.
He knows what he's doing. He's kind of they call him the fake master for nothing. He knows what he's doing, but he's still. Destiny's gonna come. Piotr's gonna get his belt back. Should be a good night. Hopefully, he doesn't knee him in the face when he's on the ground. He just needs to win this time.
The man just needs to work on his English a little bit. He'll be all right. Couldn't understand what the ref was saying, man.
Apparently, his corner was a bunch of Americans. Like, he switched it up, and they were like, there was a big miscommunication because he didn't know what the fuck they were saying. Well, no shit. You don't speak the same language. So he just kneed him in the face. He thought it was the rule.
To be fair, that like other organizations, they do allow that, which is madness.
That's true.
But like in old pride fights, you can just soccer kick people in the face. They're like hands and knees on the ground. Like, yeah, I bet all those guys are brain dead now.
Yeah. Don't let AB in the Pride Rules fight. That would not be good.
Adama King Su would have ran Pride FC. He would have just given cleats.
Easily.
There's
Piotr Jan gets his belt back. That's my prediction. I'm excited for that one.
Are you upset about Holloway getting pulled from his fight?
No, I'm a little disappointed in Max Pillowhands Holloway because he accepted the fight and then he like pulled out 3 days later. Like, what the hell? I mean, honestly, I love Max Holloway. I think Volk beats him again, so I'm not even too upset that like it got canned. I'm just like, we'll just have it later. They'll just rebook it, so that's okay with me. And I heard they're bringing in the Korean Zombie to fight Volkanovski. So
I think that's a really good fight.
That's a banger. That's just a banger.
Do you
stylistically such an interesting match?
Because do you think Volk won the first two fights against Holloway?
Yeah, he did.
See, I don't think he won the first one. That's how I felt. The second one,
he won the first one. You think Volk didn't win the first one?
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. Excuse me. The second one. My bad.
The second one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Been a while. The leg kicks, yeah. But no, the second one.
I watched that fight recently, bro. I was so fucking mad. I lost so much money on that. I bet like that whole card. Bet. I was one. Like, that was the one. I was about to come up on like $1,000 off like $20, like a 7-leg parlay. Nope. Damn. And it went to decision.
Yeah, that was tough. So my argument for why I think Volk won, I've explained this a lot. So the judging in MMA fucking sucks, but those first 2 rounds where Holloway knocked him down, they weren't 10-8 rounds. They were 10-9s. They weren't that one-sided enough to be a 10-8 round. And then at that point, Volk won the last 2 rounds pretty obviously. So at that point, you're just looking at round 3. And I've watched that round 3 a lot of times. I think it's fairly obvious that Volkanovski wins the 3rd round. That's the big debate. But so the first 2 rounds, like, who did more damage over the fight overall? Holloway did, because he dropped.
Yeah, I was about to say statistically he outstruck him, but like it felt like Volk had just more significant strikes.
Yeah,
like, he stunned him more.
Volk definitely won the last 2 rounds, like no matter what, he beat him up.
It was a fucking good fight, nonetheless.
It's a very technical fight. It's a very. But so the debate comes down to like the 3rd round. It's basically what you think of who won that 3rd round.
Do you think there's anybody like better than Holloway outside of Volkanovski though in featherweight? Because that's really my whole I almost feel like dilemma with that situation is that like Max Holloway is going to be the gatekeeper, and I don't think there's a featherweight that can beat him. So like I feel like we're just destined to do this forever.
They're going to fight 10 times. I think Holloway should move up, honestly. If he loses the 3rd Volk fight, I don't think he should stick around because he is so much better than, or he can just keep beating up featherweights for the rest of his prime. So he's a winner everywhere.
Oh yeah, I mean, but like at 150, I don't know if he like.
He wouldn't be champ, but
the waters at 155 are so deep, man.
He wouldn't be champ. He wouldn't. He'd probably.
He would have to claw, bro. Like that. Like Mims was saying, like there's a lot of good fighters lightweight.
Yeah, there's so many young fighters too. Like in 3 years, like Holloway's gonna be old news, which is hard to believe.
Yeah, sad.
The game moves fast.
No kidding.
Oh yeah. So I mean, we got Oliveira fighting Gaethje next. Makachev is going to get his chance if he keeps on the run he's on. We got Beneil Dariush. Who am I blanking on?
At lightweight.
Yeah.
You got
Sanos, Hooker,
Fiziev's fighting RDA.
Poirier.
Armin Saryukian, he's on the come up. Gamrot, that Polish dude. There's a lot of dudes at lightweight that are like outside the top 15 that are coming. And you still have people that are in their primes now, like Gaethje and Poirier, for example.
Yeah, Michael Chandler's still going around, although I don't think he'll get I don't know if he'll get another title shot as long as Oliveira's champ. Even though that was a really good fight in itself. I mean, it was a quick fight, but Chandler gets the knockout, or the knockdown, excuse me, and then Oliveira gets the knockout next round.
Goat fight.
Y'all think Gaethje can sneak Oliveira?
No.
I don't think he will, but I think that first round is going to be epic.
For sure. Every fight, Oliveira takes damage every fight. At some point, his chin's just going to be gone.
And that's the thing, is that Gaethje's so reckless that he's willing. Like, he is one of those fighters that's able to hit that perfect shot, and then he's going to follow it up.
For sure. Yeah. I should probably give Gaethje more of a chance than I am.
I just feel like, I mean, if it goes to the ground, it's easy. But Gaethje has really good takedown defense. You wouldn't believe it if you saw the Khabib fight, but Khabib does that to everybody.
Yeah, it's a fair point. I just think Oliveira could maybe not double leg him, but he could somehow clinch and just pull guard or some shit against Gaethje. He could somehow, if he's smart, obviously, just try not to get punched in the face and somehow pull guard against Gaethje, and then you can sub him.
I feel like the game plan for Gaethje there is just have cardio, and if he gets close, just swing like your life depends on it.
Yeah. Trevor Whitman would get him right. We can't doubt that.
Hell yeah.
Would be a banging fight. I'm excited for that. That's not booked, is it?
I think I think it is booked? I remember it being talked about a lot after, like, Dana pretty much said Gaethje's next after the Oliveira Poirier fight. So
I mean, that's definitely
booked,
the fight that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like,
it'll probably be like May or something. Who knows? We'll see.
Do they not have do they have a March yet?
I think it's gonna be Korean Zombie, Volkanovski, Petryan, Aljo.
Oh, okay.
I think that's March. And then February is
we get to see Izzy again.
Whitaker. Yeah.
And Brunson Cannonier too.
I feel like Izzy's been out of the media more than he usually is. I don't know if that's just me having my head in the sand, but I feel like I just haven't heard as much about him as
he has a YouTube channel he's kind of active on. Like, he's just not like talking shit as much as he was like last year. I feel like
he's
last
a weird
year was
guy.
Yeah, he is kind of like a strange cat.
I feel like finally losing humbled him for sure. But granted, I mean, I don't know why he rushed that. Or really, like, that was just a bad matchup for him. Duh, but like the matchup there, like Jan Blachowicz is a big fucking light heavyweight in the first place.
I think he wanted to catch John. I think his plan was to fight John.
Which is fucking crazy.
Which, yeah, now in retrospect, he would have died.
I would have. That's a lot of. I mean, what weight would they have fought at?
205.
Yeah, I was about to say 205 probably, or maybe Izzy would have been nice and gave him a catch weight at like 215, but that would have been a massacre.
No, I don't think that would have been pretty.
That wouldn't have been fun.
No, not at all.
I was gonna say I like Adesanya. I don't want to see him go down like that.
I was about to say, if Jan Blachowicz can hold him down like that and really didn't do that much damage, I'm gonna tell you right now, John Jones has heard all that shit you've been talking. He's got some real sharp elbows. And he likes to use them a lot. That and his fingers to gouge your eyes out.
He'll 12 to 6 elbow your ass. He don't give
Hell
a fuck.
yeah.
Well, all this UFC talk. Shall we jump into the exclusive 5? Our first trifecta exclusive 5 of the week.
I say we should.
It's an honor.
All right. Well, for this week, we have a guest, so we needed to broaden our pool of selectees, if that makes any sense to you all. We're doing our favorite UFC fighters of all time. Doesn't matter how much they weigh. Doesn't matter when they fought, when their prime was, what they're doing now. These are our favorites. And we're going to start with Jack because he's our guest. And then we're going to go to Mims because Mims, I would say, is a bigger UFC fan than me. And then I will. And this is, do y'all want to do Snake or are we just going to do like the old classic?
I'll let you decide since you're going last. You call it.
No, I'll let y'all. We'll
I
just
say
go.
we snake it. We'll snake
We
it.
could snake it. We could snake it.
Okay, we could snake it. And I also wanted to add, I think we should all pick one female fighter.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
All right, so I'm getting it started.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
kick it off here, Jack.
I'm just building the dream team. I gotta go with my man Peter Yan, starting it off. He's my favorite fighter all time, one of the best. He just seeks violence. He doesn't speak English. He's just he's great at shit talking. He's just everything I want out of a fighter. He's the people's fighter.
He looks the look too.
Yeah, he looks menacing.
He's a terrifying looking motherfucker.
Like he always has that pissed off, like I'm gonna stab you with the
Right.
nearest sharp object look if you can say the one wrong thing.
One of my favorite Peter Yan clips. It's like a clip of him talking in Russian and there's subtitles, and he said, "I had six periods of classes for school," and he said, "I'd fight like 6 times a day after every class." I don't think he was capping either. I really don't think he was.
I don't think he needs. No, I don't think he's a man of cap.
I don't give a shit if he is capping. Are you gonna tell him he's capping?
Fuck no.
I wouldn't.
Hell
Yeah,
no. Hell
you
no.
could tell me he invented the burrito, and I'd be like, I'm sure you did.
I don't withhold the same fandom, but I get it and I love it.
Yeah, his fandom is absolutely hilarious. It's just great group of people. And it's deserving that he has this fandom. Like, it's a cult-like following. It's just beautiful.
Low-key, the best thing for his following was him getting that fucking knee.
For sure, 100%. That was the funniest thing that could have happened.
It set up his image so well, like you said.
Yeah, literally.
Menace, and he just looked at
They're
this
gonna
guy,
look at his
look back at his
record.
corner, look back and just knee him right in his fucking
Yeah, they're gonna be like, wait, what happened here? He's like, oh, that.
Yeah, he was beating the shit out of this guy, and he just was like kind of tired of
Doesn't
it.
speak
so
English,
ended
and he
up
couldn't.
going to court.
Couldn't get communicated the rules to.
He thought that was the rule. He thought he could just kill him.
Yeah, he's like, I could just take 5
So
years of this
fucking
man's
funny.
life with one swing of the old leg here.
I might watch that shit tonight. That's
That's a good fight. Because
That cost me so much money, but it was also very worth it for the laugh.
Yeah, I was pissed. I threw so much on Peter. I was fucking pissed. Oh, man. Anyways, I'll pass it off. I'll quit talking.
Oh, no, you're valid. No, great talk. I'll go to my personal favorite, in my opinion, the GOAT, the most dominant fighter the UFC has ever seen. It's Khabib. I mean, 29-0, I think, in my opinion, could have gone for more than at least a few more dubs. I think he had a couple good years left in him in his prime, at least. I think he was really hitting his peak in his last couple years as far as health and everything. But only lost one round his entire career to Conor McGregor. Like Jack was saying, kind of everything I envisioned out of a murderous UFC fighter, in the sense he just takes you down, smashes you, and tells you that he deserves to smash you.
and he'll talk to you while he's mauling you.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking Dana.
He would talk like he just it's so minute, it's so mundane for him to just maul the shit out of people. Like there's clips of him at 9 years old wrestling bears. Like what does anyone else have anything for that? Like just a 9-year-old wrestling bears? Like I don't give a fuck what AAU tournament you were at in like Greenville, South Carolina, wrestling people. That kid is wrestling bears.
Weak ass Greenville compared to Dagestan, Russia.
That's what I'm saying. And like he's up there, like then he goes to what's his buddy's name? Javier Mendez is aka gets striking coach, gets that classic Javier Mendez overhand right to crush Conor McGregor in that fight. Like, nah. Khabib to me.
PC.
Exactly. No, Khabib to me is like the best fighter as far as just like dominance you'll probably ever find.
Don't disagree.
But I mean, I understand the flaws that people point out, but I just think as far as a dominant career, it doesn't get more dominant than that.
It's fair.
Grant, the floor is yours.
All right. With my first pick, I don't know if this guy is my favorite fighter of all time, but he gave me my favorite fight of all time. I'm taking Robbie Lawler. That performance against Rory McDonald. I mean, there's not much else to say. He's a dog.
With the stare down?
Huh?
Was it number 2 with the classic stare down after
it
round
was
like 4?
It was the second one.
Yeah.
Greatest fight.
No, yeah. He's just a dog, dude. Like,
I mean, that clip says it all. Like, literally, he's got a split lip, blood dripping out of his mouth, just spits blood on the ground and stares back at the guy who's like a crimson mask. And that basically says, like, the fuck are you on?
And he's one of those guys is like, you have to make him stop fighting for his own well-being. Like, he loves to fight people. You just see that. Yeah, he's just a dog. I mean, literally, that fight was fucking awesome. If you haven't seen that shit, that's a good. If you're not like quite sold on MMA, like watch that fucking fight, dude.
It's not for the faint of heart, but if you are in need of a good violent fucking brawl, that is textbook. Exactly what you're looking for. Also, let's also reflect Robbie Lawler is a strong name.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
On his face.
No, that was so. I remember that when that happened. That fucking like I didn't tap. Like, what are you talking about? Which he didn't. Or I thought it was out. That's what it was, right?
Yeah, his hand went limp, so it's kind of
yeah,
it's a weird one.
I don't know. I probably would have just with a guy like Robbie Lawler. You need to make sure he's out. Yeah,
yeah. A double check, you know.
Yeah.
But with my second pick, since we're snaking this bitch, I'm just gonna get the female out the way. Amanda Nunes.
Oh,
quite possibly the GOAT, period. I mean, this is a bad time to be talking about how fucking awesome she is because she did just lose. But like, let's just act like that fight last month didn't happen for a second here. She's like literally, is she not debatably?
There was a reason she was a minus 1,200 favorite.
Yeah,
it's hard not to just like not think about that fight. You have to take it into account.
I know, dude. And I wish it never happened. But before that, like, dude, just complete and utter dominance, like her whole career.
Respect.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
big respect. Is she the GOAT anymore? I guess she is based on legacy, but
she's
I don't know. The only people you could argue that are the GOATs, like debatably against her, she's already beaten. You know what I mean? Like Cyborg,
Rousey,
Holly Holm, Shevchenko. Like,
it was hard not to pick my bitch Thug Rose because she got the hardest name in the UFC. But I mean, if I have to pick one female fighter, I'm just gonna get it out the way.
It's a valid pick. There. With my second pick, I'm gonna have to go with. I mean. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do Anderson Silva, man. Like probably
he can't slide to the third round.
Yeah, exactly. My whole thing is that outside of maybe the Max Holloway Calvin Kattar fight, like Holloway's performance in that. Silva probably had the best performance in UFC history. Like, I mean, probably actually, but even besides the Holloway Cater fight, Silva just against Forrest Griffin could not be touched. He was in the Matrix. He looked like an alien out there and just pieced him up. And he did that for the first 11 fights of his UFC career like it was nothing. So, I mean, just go look at his highlights.
Isn't he like the longest reigning of all time? Like he had the longest.
He
like,
was at the
he
time.
held it for the longest.
Yeah, consecutively because John Jones fucked himself, I think.
That's right. Yeah. I think Anderson has 13 title streak.
Which is fucking ridiculous. And not to mention, he came back after one of the most gruesome leg injuries I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah, no. When your leg wraps around another man's leg like a bungee cord, that is not what that's supposed to happen.
Disgusting.
Could he beat Jake Paul? I think he could.
If they boxed, that would be very dangerous for Jake Paul's health. But if Anderson Silva did lose to Jake Paul, I would be very upset. Like, I would be like, this man has to be stopped.
Yeah, Anderson's chin's gone. He's like 47, but he does got better hands than Jake. So
that's what I was saying. Like striking wise, like it's not even in the same realm.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Jake can definitely take a bigger licking than Anderson can for now.
I'd agree.
I mean, could Jake even touch Anderson?
In a boxing match, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was UFC gloves, and I know this might sound dumb because people would just be like, well, in UFC you can wrestle. Anderson's so elusive and knows that game so much better that he would just stick him. Like if he could kick him in the face, I don't think Jake Paul is prepared for that.
Exactly. Jake takes him down, Jake gets subbed. Like he's fucked everywhere in MMA. With 47-year-old Anderson Silva, I'm rocking with the GOAT in that one.
Exactly. But I'll give the floor to you there, Jack, after that one.
All right. I'm going with Tony Ferguson in his prime. I feel like just there's not a lot that can be said about him. He's just biggest win streak at lightweight, I believe. He got robbed out of a undisputed title shot. We all know he would have beat up Conor because Conor wasn't good at fighting at the time. He just got screwed multiple times. I feel like Ferguson's a GOAT that's disrespected today just because he died like 3 fights in a row in his last 3. But that's just because he's old now. That's just the truth. He used to be a demon.
He's human. He fell off. Like he got older. Like it happens.
It's a shame. It's
a young man's game.
It is.
His last 2 wins also got marred because they were Cerrone and Pettis, and they didn't.
Yeah.
After he beat them, they kind of not went wayward because Cerrone's always been an up and down fighter, but Pettis for sure. They both definitely were the caliber of fighter. Like I believe at the time him and Pettis fought, that was like number 2 versus number 4 in the division. Am I wrong? Definitely. Like I think it was a top 5 fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, just crazy to think about all those, like you said, legends going. I mean, pretty much going away. I don't know if we'll ever see Tony Ferguson fight again.
The golden era lightweight is when Conor, Khabib, and Tony were all 3 just beefing. But that era is so gone, which is a shame.
And it's crazy because out of those 3, we only got 1 fight total between those 3.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, Dana doesn't give Tony money fights ever. And it annoys me. He never helped Tony, even though Tony's luck was like so fucking bad.
I was about to say COVID and the fucking
canceled 5 times against Khabib.
Yeah.
Like all I'm saying is Dana didn't help him out, you know.
Oh, for sure. Like if he gets that, like I mean, hell, I think a McGregor fight, but I think him and a McGregor fight would still sell to this day. I think McGregor, no offense to your Tony fandom, because I know you're a big Tony guy, would just catch
Conor knocks him the fuck out right now.
Yeah, but if this is 2 years ago, like literally like 18 months ago, it's a completely different story.
Exactly. Yeah, so I'm going with Tony. Is it a snake? So I picked 2.
Yeah, correct.
All right. I'm going. Are we building like who's got the best list like all time? Because I'm just picking my favorite fighters.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean like All right.
Well, then I'm adding another one of my favorites. Yeah, Charles Oliveira doesn't speak English. He doesn't. He just speaks violence. Like, what does he do wrong? He's so slept on at lightweight. He's basically Tony Ferguson, like the newer version of him. So like, it's great. If you think about it, like Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev is just basically Tony versus Khabib. Like, we need this fight. I love Oliveira. He's just he gets the shit beat out of him for a round, comes back and wins. Doesn't
It's like
elaborate.
there's no way he wins. He just does it. Just
Dies
outlasts
in the
him.
first round, doesn't elaborate any further, doesn't speak English. He's just everything I want out of a fighter.
No homo. Some of the most beautiful teeth I've ever seen.
Easily.
For a guy that gets punched in the face, yeah, for a living. You think they're fake teeth?
They are.
Yeah, they gotta be. They
They
look.
are.
Yeah, like those are some shiny whites.
Darren Till got some shiny whites too. Darren Till's look unnatural. It's so funny.
Well, he's British, so you know he doesn't have good teeth.
And that's to you, my man.
All right. Well, I can't let him be on the board this long. No one else is going to take him except for me. But he was my favorite goddamn WWE wrestler. And he went on to become UFC heavyweight champion. And he said a lot of funny ass shit on the microphone. It's Brock goddamn Lesnar.
Hell yeah.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He basically is the only person that like strong armed fucking Dana into cash. He was like, I could go do literally anything else. And he's like, you make more money off me than anyone else as well. He like basically was a smaller at the time, because this is like UFC 100. Conor Mania was around UFC 200, duh. But Brock was the early days version of Conor McGregor. He was a big, brolic Viking looking dude that epitomized what a heavyweight champion looked like at the time.
Definitely helped project the company to what it is today.
Oh, hell yeah. At the time, UFC 100 was the highest bought pay-per-view of all time.
One of
And
the
Brock
best
was the headline.
to this day, in my opinion. That shit's awesome. That
Yeah,
whole
just
card
because
was
of Brock
fire.
Lesnar.
Absolutely. I mean, he headlined it over George St. Pierre. Like, think about that. And like, I mean,
great cash grab.
oh, absolutely. Like, thinking on that now, like MMA purists are like, that's fucking insanity. But I'm not an MMA purist. I think that shit's awesome.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bunch of nerds, bro.
that's what I'm saying. I was like,
Brock Lesnar was fucking awesome.
and he still is awesome. Like, whenever they were thinking about doing that Brock Lesnar DC cash grab fight for the heavyweight belt, which DC clearly would have won, like I was all in. Yeah, like I was like, this is gonna be so awesome. Like the press conferences.
He was crying in the fire truck when he heard he wasn't getting his rematch. I was all for the Brock Lesnar fight.
Hell yeah, no.
Like
Fucking
Stipe got screwed, or he would have got screwed, but
how much steroids is Brock gonna do for this fight? Fucking
great.
DC's gonna look like a milk dud next to this Viking. Fucking no, all for nothing.
Vegas would probably win so much money off of casuals.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Casuals think Brock Lesnar is just like the Hulk. They just think he's gonna smash everyone somehow.
I mean, goddamn, look at him. It's kind
Like
of hard not to think that.
and at that point, like I feel like there was more casuals than there were like people who actually watch.
100%.
Like I feel like they would have just put the line out at like Brock Lesnar minus like 100 or some shit. Like they were like, oh yeah, Brock's got that bagged.
It's the dark ages of MMA still.
Like literally what Mim said. Just
Yeah.
take a
Meathead.
picture of them standing beside each other. Like that's all you need.
Just Brock Lesnar with a sword tattooed on his chest, and then just DC making fried chicken jokes. Like, what are you
Eating
talking
something.
about? Yeah, like wearing a suit. Brock's like seams on his shirt are busting out. Like, no.
Tap out, fucking cut off.
Yeah, he's got
Douchebag.
like a Grim Reaper holding like a meat hook, like tattooed on his back left shoulder. Like, what a terrifying human being.
Oh man.
All right, my next pick. Someone's got to take Shale, right?
I guess, yeah.
Jail?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of pissed you got him.
You gotta give Chael
Yeah, man. Like he's still like, come on.
you gotta give Chael his respect. He's a fucking gangster.
I wish he beat John Jones so bad, just so he can have that. Just
He was like 39 seconds away from doing
his
it.
ego does not need it at all, but I wish it happened. Just he would be even more of a prick.
I was about to say, if people think he's bad now, God forbid the doctor got one look at John Jones' toe, and it's after that first round.
Yeah, no, like he's the closest to ever do it, dude. Like, and he's fucking awesome, bro. He's just the best. I love him.
Greatest shit talker of all time, the greatest heel in UFC history.
Makes Colby Covington look like a chump.
Oh God.
Same with Conor.
Colby couldn't fucking sniff his jockstrap, brother. The king of shit talking.
I was about to say Chael would bully them on the mic. They were at a press conference together. Like,
no, Colby would stutter so bad. Chael would eat him alive.
Make him cry. He would make him cry.
It would be a beautiful sight.
No, I think that's a steal at round 3. And then round 4, my balls is hot, Derek Lewis.
Hell yeah.
Because he's just such an electric fighter. And a story about Derek Lewis. He was fighting. Was
it Volkov?
I think so. And like my dad does not know anything about UFC, bro. Like, and let's just say he was very intoxicated one night, and the fight was on because he was with my cousin who's a UFC fan, and he texted me. He's like, "Yo, who should I bet on this fight? Like, I'm putting $200 on whoever you tell me to." And at the time, I was like, "I don't know," and he knocked him out in the second round after getting his ass beat in the first. And it was just like, that memory will forever live with me. Just like my dad drunk, like calling me like, "Ah!" Like it's just something I have to think. And he's funny as fuck. Like just, you can never count out Derek Lewis. He's got that one touch power, man.
The worst cardio in the UFC, but the best Instagram in the UFC.
For sure.
The worst what?
Cardio.
Yeah. But don't let him hit you
45 seconds.
Don't
let him hit you one good time or it's a wrap.
Most knockouts in UFC history.
Yeah.
His Instagram is pretty funny.
He has a career in comedy outside of the UFC.
For sure. He's just one of those naturally funny people. There's nothing fake about Derek Lewis.
I've never met somebody who doesn't like Derek Lewis. So I'm gonna say he belongs on my list somewhere.
This is true.
If you don't like Derek Lewis, I can't trust you.
Young Metro trusts Derek Lewis. You should too.
Exactly.
Take it away, Mims.
Trying to think. I'm gonna just go ahead and get my female fighter. You alluded to it earlier, Grant. It's Rose Namajunas. 2 of probably the most electric knockouts in UFC women's history with her knockout.
She's dope, bro.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and then the knockout of Weili Zhang. I always mess up her name, Zhang Weili Zhang, however you want to say it. But I mean,
kicked her into oblivion.
Yeah, I was about to say, kicked her straight into the fucking shadow realm. Rose Namajunas, ironically, is also part of another iconic knockout, getting slammed on her fucking head by Jessica Andrade. So, I mean, you really can't tell the story, and like she kind of gets almost overshadowed by Ronda and all these other fighters.
Overshadowed.
Yeah, no, you can tell it's late. But overshadowed because you really can't tell the story of like women's MMA and UFC without Rose Namajunas.
Coolest fucking nickname in the UFC as well.
Yeah, Thug Rose. Pretty strong.
Strong as hell.
Pretty tough.
I say also a former tough contestant, so that's a feather in her cap as well.
It's true. All right, so I got Petr Ferguson, Oliveira. I still need to do my female. I'll just do my last 2. I'm taking Valentina and Cyril Gane. Those are my last 2. Valentina Shevchenko is arguably the woman's GOAT. She head kicked Jessica Ai into the shadow realm. She's the GOAT, and she arguably beat Nunes, who everyone calls the GOAT. So who's really the GOAT? I don't know. But I think Valentina is definitely should be in the conversation.
She's on the Mount Rushmore.
I think I think that's the next fight for her at 135 for Nunes.
But Nunes has got to deal with Pena. Will Nunes just kill Pena in the rematch? Is that what we're all inferring will happen?
Well, I mean, that's for the 145 belt. Am I mistaken?
No, they fight that was for the 35 belt. Nunes still has the 45.
Oh, geez. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I did not. I thought it was for the 45. Yeah, no, I would assume so. Just on Nunes' track record, I don't see her losing twice, but
it would be, yeah. And the way Nunes lost, it wasn't like Pena was better. Nunes just like fought like an amateur. I don't know how else to describe it.
She looked like she literally didn't train. She looked like she just inferred she could show up and just kick this bitch's ass, and did not work out.
Great fight. Such a good fight to watch live. Oh my goodness.
Oh, so much money was lost. It was beautiful.
It was great. And my second fighter I picked, Cyril Gahn. I've talked about him a little earlier. He just moves around like a straight king. He's just the best. He's not American. He speaks French. He seeks violence. He's a funny dude. He's great. Nothing else can be said about him. He's just great. And I hope he beats. Actually, I don't know. I don't care who wins Francis. Cyril Gahn, just because I like them both so much. But I guess I like Cyril just like 5% more, I'd say.
Yeah, it's valid. It's very valid, and it leads in well to my pick as well, because they're fighting next week. It's fucking Francis, dude.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about seeking violence? He is the bringer of violence. He is the origin of violence. That dude's
his middle name is Violence.
That's what I'm saying. Francis Violence Ngannou. He's literally fucking a walking weapon. Like, what are you talking about? Just like, he looks, how I was talking about Brock Lesnar earlier. When you think of the baddest dude on the planet, like, you're going to get a pretty, like, the idea in your head is going to look a little bit like Francis Ngannou. No matter where you are on the planet, you think of the baddest dude on the planet, Francis Ngannou is a pretty valid, like, epitome of that. Just 6'5", 265, cuts weight and gets there. Got his strength from working in an African sand mine as a child laborer, like, just digging sand.
He's a nuclear weapon.
Yeah. I mean, just look him up. If you haven't already, look at his fight against Alistair Overeem.
And he's not on steroids.
Yeah, like, not at all.
He's not.
That's the craziest part to me. The first time I saw it, I was like, that guy should be in the WWE. Like, there's no way that's real. Nah, that's a real person.
Listen, I'm sure they test him like every day because it's unfucking believable.
It's literally like I could work out every day of my life. I would never look like that. Not even close.
Oh yeah, no.
I could take steroids. I would not look like that. Like that, it's truly incredible. But with my last pick, I'm taking CM Punk. No, I'm just joking. I got it.
Fire last pick.
Yeah, the worst fighter in UFC history to round out our list. I gotta take Nate Diaz, dude. It's just a personal thing for me. He like the BMF belt. Like, that whole thing was just awesome, bro. Like,
the fucking Rock got helicoptered in to put the belt around somebody.
It was like the closest thing UFC has come to WWE. They made up a belt for one fight. Like, it
was great.
And the fight lived up to everything they said it was gonna be, bro. Like, it was East Coast, West Coast. Like, in Nate Diaz, the fight stopped on some bullshit. I feel like he would have died in that ring if they let him. Like, he would have not stopped.
For sure.
And same goes for Jorge. Like, I'm not discrediting him at all, but like, I don't rock with Jorge like I do Nate, bro. Like, Nate's just like Nate's my last pick. That's just
Nate's mannerisms, the stuff he says.
Yeah, like
the
he
way
just doesn't give a
acts is
fuck,
so
bro.
Funny. It's unintentionally like the funniest thing ever.
You can just tell that he's as real as it gets. Like there's no like facade or character he's putting on. Like that is genuine. Like the Nate Diaz you see on camera is the same Nate Diaz you see like in the kitchen making eggs at like 2 a.m. Like
Also, big pothead.
Yeah,
Big pothead.
That is a big plus.
Props to Nate Diaz. Yeah,
he's the pothead.
Yeah, he is pot.
Who the fuck is MGK?
Yeah, no.
Connor said, "I am boxing." Nate said, "I am pot." He is weed.
Nate Diaz is awesome, dude. Do we have any honorable? I feel like Conor McGregor should be our first HM just because of like everything.
I almost said it. I really almost got him.
I almost did too.
He
but
brought me in. He brought me into the sport.
I mean, he brought. I mean, a majority. I'm not gonna say a majority, but a large portion of the fan base.
We missed a lot of good fighters. Like I feel like we could have keep going, but
for sure.
Nobody
George
said
St.
Israel. Yeah, nobody said George. Fucking Jose Aldo.
And if you ask me on like tomorrow for 5 fighters, I'd give you 5 different ones.
Yeah.
That's how I am.
This is just the list you received tonight.
Yeah.
And I seriously could have picked CM Punk if I wanted to. I just want you all to know that. But I felt like this was a really good list from us, so I didn't want to be that guy.
It with CM Punk's presence.
Yeah. I don't even know what his government name is. I think it's
Phil
Paul.
Brooks.
Phil, yeah.
Phil Brooks.
Yeah.
I can understand why he chose CM Punk.
But
like, AEW signed him. I don't even follow all that shit. But isn't he still doing his wrestling gig?
Yeah, I think he like just came back like for the first time and since the UFC, I think.
Who gives a fuck? Respectfully, who's still?
It's so 2010, bro.
Yeah.
Your time is up,
mate.
But 2 more. I mean, we got to talk about the Chuck and Tito.
The OG rivalry.
I mean, we got to talk about him. You talk about you can't tell the story without Thug. You can't tell the story without Tito.
Yeah, but people
Tito, pound for pound, dumbest fighter of all time.
He was like the first heel, bro.
Yeah, but like he's like
by
also
the
shittiest, like the shittiest heel on earth. Like he was hateable because he was so goddamn like
stupid. Like he's literally just like retarded.
Oh no, he very much is. Like
I feel like
governor of like California or some shit.
No,
how did he get that position?
Wouldn't surprise me knowing California, but
this is true.
Yeah, Tito Ortiz's biggest feather in his cap was he received the best roast of all time by Chael Sonnen.
Oh yeah.
Stated Jenna Jameson the only person making money off their mouth is his wife.
That was the all-time coldest insult of all time.
For those of you that don't know, Tito's wife is porn star Jenna Jameson.
Chael went at Tito for that. Chael let him have it.
And he was in a box.
Hell yeah, he's like, you're such a fucking punk, dude.
Yeah, nothing to say.
It was funny that it took like Tito like 11 seconds to like compute that response.
Chael is such a goat, bro. You look at Chael and you do not think he's like capable of such shit talking, but he is S tier shit talker, all time shit talker.
Turtleneck.
Yeah, like
I like when Chael Sonnen says that he's from the quote unquote jungle and how he never had it easy growing up. He said, my neighbors, they both had Mustangs growing up at 16. Do you know how hard it was where I'm from? I had to go out and buy groceries for the family. He was in the jungle. Westland, Oregon. He was in the motherfucking jungle.
Dude.
A real American gangster.
The goddamn hippies.
This is the only place in the world where you can pound a man for 4 rounds and he wraps his leg around you and they call him the victor.
He spun it so well. He legitimately like talked his way into a rematch. Even though he died in the rematch, he like actually created this narrative. He might have even been the favorite going into that fight. He might have tricked Vegas. I could be wrong on that.
No, he popped for PEDs after the first fight, which is hilarious to think
That's
about
right.
if he did win the first fight and then he popped for PEDs.
The division would have been in shambles.
It would have been like the
His
perfect
fans would
Chael
just
Sonnen.
defend him. His fans would just defend him like John Jones, saying, "You know who the real champ is," and all this dumb shit.
Yeah, it's like
Would
you
have
all
been
saw me
toxic
beat
as
him.
hell.
Oh,
Oh man,
what a steal at round 3.
what a steal.
All right. Well, I think that does it for me. Do you guys have? Did we miss anything? Anything we need to
Rest in
go?
peace, Nick Saban, you're washed. Fuck Alabama.
Stetson Bennett still isn't good at football.
No, he's not.
Stetson Bennett is glorified. He's like modern day Doug Flutie.
He's
Like a shitty Doug Flutie.
It's kind of funny because in years past, Alabama would be the one with the quarterback problem, but now here we are. They had the Heisman, and they still lost.
My closing point, this Georgia team is impressive, but not that impressive. Last year's Alabama team would have whooped this Georgia team.
2019 LSU would have beat the shit out of all of them.
Maybe, but
Maybe. Hold on, Grant. Don't end this recording. You mean to tell me
maybe
that 2020 Alabama could beat 2019 LSU?
it's possible. Yeah, I think they're in the same league.
You think that's Nick Saban's best team?
Yeah, Jalen
Really?
Waddle, Najee Harris, Mac Jones, Devontae Smith, John Mechie, Trayvon Diggs, who's overrated.
Trayvon
They
Diggs
had
wasn't
everyone.
on that team.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, we beat that same. We beat a better version of that team the year before. That's
Who
what
was
I'm
that
saying.
corner that came out? Was it
No,
Asante
they were having
Samuel?
QB problem. They
It was
like all their
Surtain.
QBs got hurt and shit.
What? Because Tua got hurt and Mac Jones came in.
I didn't forget about that shit. That wasn't prime Mac. Was not prime Mac.
I don't.
We haven't seen
He
Prime
beat
Mac.
Tua.
We haven't seen it yet. It's coming.
It's scary.
Goddamn
It's
fraud.
horrifying.
Dude, Mac Jones
in
is
New
going to.
England.
Oh my God. Y'all, dude, I can't get over it to this day. I was so pissed on that draft night. I was like, we could have had Justin Fields. And now I'm just like, thank you, Bill Belichick.
Don't doubt him. Don't doubt that.
I don't know why I ever I can't cap. I was questioning. I was seriously questioning, like, what are you doing, brother?
I mean, you are right now. You said the Bills might win.
No, we are in the midst of building yet another dynasty in New England.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's true. It's true. And Mac Jones is a rookie. So to infer that we might lose to a 4-year quarterback, Josh Allen, who's really pretty good in Buffalo as a rookie, Mac Jones, I wouldn't put it past him.
This is true. I didn't think they'd make it to. I thought they would be like a 7 seed. What did they? They were like a 5 seed or something. They proved many doubters wrong. They proved many doubters wrong.
I mean, I knew we'd be in the playoffs. I thought we were going to win the AFC East. Technically, we didn't, but
we'll find out.
I was about to say, I think the real championship game's this Saturday, so we'll see.
Should be a good one.
But if that's all from you guys, I guess we'll wrap it up here. Jack, I appreciate you coming on, giving us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
it was legendary.
Yeah, that's
Follow me on Twitter at @I'mThatCuh, all lowercase, all one word. It was an honor.
Yeah, thank you, dude.
Absolutely.
Love to have you back anytime.
Yeah,
literally.
Hell
anytime. Yeah. All right. But other than that, Mims and I will continue to be more consistent with this, and
we're gonna do one a week. We're gonna try to at least.
Yeah, one a week. In season, we'll definitely be more active than we are out. Like, it's postseason football is almost over, and then like we have like regular season basketball. But we're gonna keep putting them out there's not really a time frame on when the next one will be out. It'll be out though, and we appreciate you listening. If you haven't already, follow us on the socials at ExclusivePodYT, all one word. Instagram, Twitter. Tell a friend if you liked it. If not, just act like you never fucking heard it. And yeah,
And still tell a friend you liked it.
Yeah, just
Tell a friend
lie.
to tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. And yeah, we would appreciate it. Thank you for listening again. And yeah, till next time.
Later.